Yes.
We're live.
And yeah,
We're live.
We're
We're
live.
live.
love it. We're live.
Welcome to Echo Chamber, the session in between sessions. A lot to talk about this week. We got into a little bit above our weight class, but we still
We
came out
have
on
been.
top. We
We
have
have
been.
been.
We've talked
We
about
have
that a
been.
little bit.
We have been for the last 5, 6 months. I mean, not including what we're doing in the other campaign.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll give you
Yes.
that. But nonetheless, still coming out on top. I mean, I know I felt a little bad afterwards. I felt like I stole the show a little bit from everyone else. But honestly, it was the dice. I
Yeah.
don't know
No.
how much of a slugfest it would have been without the dice rolls though.
Uh, those couple of crits and the Warwick suggestion. Uh, I I mean, I know we had them down to there was only two of them left, and I think we would have been okay, but I think there would have been a revivify in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I know I was running pretty short on spell slots at that point in time, and
Yeah, I
I
was
was, yeah,
getting low too.
I was like scrapping the barrel for like what lucky roll or what bardic inspiration can I give or what cutting word can I cast just to
Yeah,
hopefully land something. So it all
I
worked out.
yeah,
I also have to say, Keegs, I gave you prop last week, and I'll give you props again this week. Strategic plays, I got to give you MVP with those fog clouds. Like, they are just. I feel like this battle, the team clicked. You know what I mean? A lot of fights, like Nisana, the boat, a couple others, I feel like we're fighting 5 different battles. This battle felt
hmm
like one universal battle in which we were like shielding, we were distorting vision, we were
hmm
attacking simultaneously. The ring of fire around that one creature, just fully destroying it so that we could focus on the next. Like, it just felt good. I
yeah.
don't I don't know how you
Oh,
guys
I
feel
forgot about that
overall.
one. That was a good time.
I I believe that that's what made us win the battle. That ring
Yeah,
around that salamander. I think that
yeah.
thing
That
was
thing
going
could
to
have
do.
that
Yeah,
that thing. If we couldn't contain that thing, it would have that could have hurt us a lot too.
that
Hmm.
Yeah,
that was the turning point in the battle. I think. I think going into it, we definitely had like a clear cut idea of what we were going to do. I had no idea what that salamander could do to us.
Because that had
Nope.
that breath attack. Was that the one
hmm
with the breath attack?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
yeah,
cold.
That was fairly devastating, and it only got to hit once.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that was the turning point into this, which was great. So hats off to you. Good shit.
I also want to talk about when we first were entering the battle. We do strategizing as always, and we executed this time pretty well. But there was another strategic plan talked about, and I wanted to kind of get you guys' take. If we had followed the second strategic plan, Keegan, I think you walked away at this point, but I think it was Adrin and Reed actually suggested possibly stealthily going around to the north and coming in. Eric, what do you think would have happened differently with that? Do you think it would have went better? Do you think worse?
I
Same?
I don't know. I mean, I think mm, honestly, it might have not have worked as well because we used the fog cloud and the fact that the houses the farm was there kind of used it as our kind of a shield, if you will, and it had to make the giants kind of go around it a little bit. But I don't know. I think my thought was um to get to that windkeeper right away, and that's where I think he was at, if I remember correctly.
He
Yeah, he,
was.
he
And
was.
I wanted to, yeah, I wanted to get to him ASAP, and then work our way, up down the ladder, I guess. But yeah, it worked out. So
Yeah, my only fear with doing that, because while we were talking about it, I remember thinking is there's more down south, and that's harder to get to, so they
mhm,
would be able to throw boulders, and that
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, granted, we wouldn't have had to face the salamander, but then again, they might have pinched all at once, and we could have been in
yeah, yeah,
trouble.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I think with the fog cloud, I think again with the fog cloud that kept the boulder throwing at a minimum.
Yeah, for sure. Fog Cloud MVP this game, I would say. I mean,
And
don't
man,
get me wrong, Rusty. I think yours was good, but Fog Cloud MVP for me.
I was so excited about using the spike growth
That was awesome.
in the fog cloud because that has so much potential to just fuck something up.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
they just get lost. Just something gets lost in the fog cloud and they just wander. Every
with
time they
the,
take a step, they're going to take 2d4 damage.
That's
Right.
yeah, it's insane.
and then it's random rolls, so there's no guarantee
Yeah.
that they're even going to make it out of it.
Exactly.
It's definitely
But-
another one of those 1-2s.
And they have so much movement at that point in time too. It's
Mhm.
just insurmountable amount of damage. Loved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it.
I just envisioned the scene from Home Alone where they're stepping on like the ornaments and shit on the way in the window.
Yeah. Yeah.
pretty close. I mean, if there were frost giants, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I love it.
Rusty, real quick before we move on to the 1-2, what do you think would have changed if we had started in the north?
I think it could have opened up for some more boulder throws, and
Buddy.
like that's one of those, I can't take many of those, and by many I mean probably not more than one.
If one,
Most of
I
us,
mean,
yeah.
with a crit, like you're potentially 70 points of damage.
Yeah, exactly. And my hit points are not high. I mean, I'm only 48 at max, so
So
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too.
all right,
that was the dangerous route in my view.
It was, but at the same time, I could see the potential. I like that we stuck with the gut plan. It's like, answering multiple choice. You got to go with you could just stick with your gut. But I think, it had potential that we could have ended up same place. So I was just curious your guys' thoughts. Keegs, I'm going to you next because we talked about a little bit when Eric first joined. How did you feel playing two bards back to back, being able to throw the old FU, not Florida University, at Garrett?
Oh, I was excited the entire time. We won't go into how excited I was. It was fantastic.
You can say
I mean,
erection on stream, I think.
I was rock hard the entire time we were playing. Like it was no stopping. It was it's funny because I like the idea of doing a ton of damage, but I like the idea of fucking someone completely out of a game and not having to do any damage whatsoever. You know what I mean? Like it's how creative you can get with it. The fact that they went one right after the other, I mean, it couldn't have planned.
Yeah, that worked out.
It couldn't have
That
happened
worked out
better,
really good.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It would have been better maybe if they were a little higher in the turn order, I think. But I think it worked out pretty good, right? Because I could see what the Frost Giants did and then kind of react to it. But no, I mean their combo, I think we can all agree, is just a little too OP. Way too OP. Regardless of items that we have, too OP. Especially with the port and rolls. Oh, too much. Too much. But I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was fun. It felt like cheating, though, if I'm being completely honest. It felt like cheating. It really did.
That's what I was curious because
Yeah.
as fun as it is to be able to, and I know we don't want to get caught up in this us versus DM mentality, but it's still kind of fun to say screw you, Garrett. At the same time, I was wondering if it felt a little cheaty.
It did. I didn't have an issue with it. Don't get me wrong. No issue whatsoever. Because I mean, let's be honest. It's 5 frost giants. One of them being a wind keeper. This weird salamander that can do whatever. You know what I mean? So it felt awesome. To help control a battle, right? And that's really all that I provided was some type of control while you guys did all the dirty work. And it was fantastic. Imagine if that Windkeeper didn't have that little wand or whatever that had gust of wind. Screwed. That would have taken them out completely. Screwed.
Well, he didn't have a wand. He actually is able to cast it. So
That's just a spell. Well, yeah. So I imagine he couldn't do that, right?
That was the even better part of the fog cloud is he had to use his action to get rid of it,
right?
And B, he was using up his abilities. Like they can only probably do those so many times a day or whatever. Hey, go ahead, waste your actions on on gust of wind. That's awesome. That's a
Mhm.
boulder that's not coming at us. That's not a glaive that's chopping somebody's head off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I could have casted that. I mean, like 8, 9 times if I would have used all my spell slots just on Fog Cloud.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it could have lasted a while. So
I
yeah, no,
mean,
I loved it. Felt a little cheaty. I want to continue it though. Probably will not. At least for smaller battles.
all right, all right. It was kind of comical to me the way it worked out because I think we even said it on stream. I think you said it actually. Some of us do damage and some of us don't have to, and it was kind of like we talked a little bit last week about characters being OP, and it was kind of like no, they're kind of level. We're all balanced or OP in our own ways as a party, and that was really cool to see that moment. And then Evan even chimed in about like I may not do as much damage, and I think I said you take damage so those others don't have to, and it's just kind of weird reflection and that worked out perfectly. It's kind of a well balanced team. I feel. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Luckily,
mean,
Adrian can heal everybody a lot.
Adrin is our main healer. Like,
If we had like a legit focused cleric for healing, that'd be great. But Adrian, you
Yeah.
take the cake, and yeah, I mean, love what you can do, man. Without you, we'd be completely fucked.
I worry though at times because clerics are decent healers. They're not a cleric though. Like there's some abilities that clerics have.
you mean
But
druids? Druids aren't.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
Um, but like as we get up in level, I'm like worried a little bit that there's a lot of mitigation that I can't overcome, but I think we'll get there. I think we'll be all right.
I'm a little worried about that too, with that we'll have to supplement with some potions and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, I
Uh,
was thinking about that too.
yeah, so we might be hitting the apothecary pretty hard with some potions just as backups and stuff, because I was a little afraid going into this fight because we just spent all of our potions. I thought all of our potions. Didn't know Althea had a greater or superior healing, whatever.
Yeah.
So we might have to stock up again.
I have a healing potion too, in case somebody needs it. So
I was really hoping I would go down and somebody would put a good berry in my mouth and just bring the
hmm
fight back. Was hoping for it, but
I was thinking about it. If I could have got to you the one round, I was going to.
yeah.
Athletic check. Warwick just grabs one and just tosses it.
Mm,
Oh,
yeah.
he's back. We're good.
Ziggy.
That would
For
have been
sure.
fantastic. I would have loved it. Yeah.
So next question, and not to metagame, is we have quite a few side quests, and I know we talked about it a little bit off stream. Where are we going next? What are we going to do? Are we going back to the boat? Are we going to hunt down the other 5, 6 frost giants? Are we going south to Neverwinter for that book? Are we going to check out the fissures, Wave Echo Cave, Stone Giants? We have so many different options. What do you guys think?
Nastana round 2.
Nasana round. I think that's
D Shaggins is coming for that one. Just
it.
giving you guys a heads up for
It's
sure.
gonna happen again. I don't think right now though.
No, I don't
Yeah.
think we have. Yeah, we need to be
Were there,
considerably.
Wojcicki?
were there other frost giants?
Yeah,
There was
there's
one
5 or
more
6.
group. There was one more group. It was a bigger group. Yeah,
Oh.
to the east.
That's exactly where we're going. Done.
I
D
think, I,
Shags
I think
for
they're
that.
up north. So if you're
Northeast,
looking at
yeah.
town, we went southeast and then we just hit the east crew. This one is the northeast crew because they split into 3 directions. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. So part of me agrees. Part of me wants to check out where Harshnag feels about that because we don't want to seem like we're just hunting frost giants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
But
think,
then again, he might be for it. So
well, I think based off of what they did, I mean, they all came in, they terrorized the town. They openly told us they were there to terrorize the town and then go out looking and scavenging and stuff like that. So yeah, we're hunting them down in a sense, but I think we're doing it for the right reason.
It's
Um,
protection, not just hunting for
right,
sport. Yeah, I
right.
agree with you. I just, it's one of those things got to feel out as a party.
Yeah, my personal opinion, I'd love to finish off that last group because I think that would finish like this small little call it a quest if you will. 20 frost giants show up at Port Last. Take care of them. Cool.
We,
Group by group by group, take them out. Make sure Port Last is okay. And then I think the next step is just finding some better items. Whether that's a side quest to the fissures, going to the stone giants down south. Um, just some better items.
yeah.
I
Th-
forgot about Neverwinter though.
this definitely is a side quest because we were actually given this in Xantharl's Keep. Told that check out Port Last. There's been rumor of frost giants, so I
Oh
would
shit, I
consider
forgot
this.
about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot about
God, that was forever ago.
Yep, totally forgot that. I even forgot about Neverwinter. Now that I'm thinking about it, we should probably head to Neverwinter and grab that book because that lady did help us.
she said at your earliest convenience. She didn't put a due date on it or anything like that. So I feel like if they check back in, we explain the situation in the stone, and don't worry about it. Or maybe we can send a preemptive because we have the stone, right? And we can say
Mm-hmm.
something's going on at Port Last, and we can head down after.
Yeah, maybe we
Yeah,
could just mosey our way down to Neverwinter, right? And hopefully on the way, maybe check out some fissures if
actually,
there's. Uh,
it's a trip. That's a trip.
is it?
It's not Neverwinter. It's past Baldur's Gate.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that is a
vaguely
trip.
remember that. I think I was thinking
Yeah,
Neverwinter. We might take a boat. Is what I was thinking.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We could.
Okay.
Yeah,
Either way, maybe we
it's a
just get
trip.
to it on
It's a
our
haul.
way. Just tackle some stuff on the way. Maybe check
Mhm.
out some fissures on the way, and
Maybe
if Harshnag can point us in the direction of some decent magical items, and then
maybe we can rent the crew of the Dirty Harpy to take us down there.
I don't know what that is, but I kind of like the sound of it.
That's the name of our
Uh,
ship in campaign 2.
Deal.
Remember when we're not there, the ship is just ferrying people or whatever. Would be
I'm
kind of
in.
funny. That's all I'm saying.
I'm in. D Shaggins would love it. 100%.
You're just trying to get D Shaggins to come with us.
I mean, I feel like if we're going to take out that next set of frost giants, that next set of 5 or 6, D Shaggins is coming, and then after that, he's probably going to bounce for a little bit.
I do like the idea of kind of resolving this, as you said, being able to take those frost
yeah,
giants,
yeah.
head to the port, send them a message on the ship saying, "We already took out the rest of your crew. You want us out there, or you want to leave?" You know what I mean? Something like that. And that would have some closure for me. What do you think, Rusty?
I like having that closure. It just kind of feels like we wrapped that quest up in a neat little bow with a bunch of dead frost giants.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is
I wouldn't say fully closed because like frost giants are tactical, so chances are they're coming back because they're there for a
Oh, for
reason, and
sure.
we didn't figure it out. But it would give us enough closure to be able to go somewhere else and then possibly come back. So yeah, I like it.
I
Closes
Warwick
this
totally
chapter anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
What's that
War,
about Warwick?
Warwick wants a house at Port Last. Warwick's getting a house at Port Last. Somehow. Like, I'm not going to take it from somebody, but I feel like taking out 20 frost giants, they can give us a house, right? They
Yeah, I
can,
think that's a legit. I think that's a legitimate request.
As long as Adrian doesn't catch you suggesting that they just give it to us.
Yeah.
Hey, look,
Now, if you did suggestion, hey, I'm going to cast suggestion. My suggestion is, hey, we just took out, you know, a platoon of frost giants. Can we? I suggest you give us a house. Adrian would be okay with that. He would be
Yeah.
okay with that.
Okay.
There was a little given. There's a little given. That's a give and take there. It's a
So
And-
you're
Be
saying
alright.
there's a chance.
so
Yeah.
here's the thing. Warwick is not the only person that can now cast suggestion.
Mhm.
Okay? So, we're getting a house no matter what. I will not take it from anybody. I will be very nice about it. I will even help supply to rebuild a house.
That would be cool. Phandalin 5
I-
pitches in to build a house or help out the town, and hey,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like we also need to rough up D Shaggins for us having to pay all his fucking bar bills.
I was
I mean-
waiting for somebody to bring it up.
So all right. I feel like coming in at that first battle and casting plant growth and slowing them motherfuckers down, like that's what's more important, your lives or a little bit of a bar tab? Maybe a lot of
I
a bar
think I think a discussion still needs to be had.
At least give us
tab.
a
Okay,
heads up what other towns we don't mention you, you know?
where else
Yeah,
have you
right.
got us? Yeah, yeah. That's. I think he'll understand it. I don't think he's going to care too much because he's D Shaggins. He does his own thing. But I get it. That's cool. I'm fine with it. Yeah, yeah. Yep.
He might suggest that Siddle sucks his dick. Who knows?
I don't have to suggest that. Still with me.
Well, I mean, that goes without saying, but
But
All right.
harshness.
One more thing before we go to Siddle's compendium. So at interrogations. So we had an interrogation after the Harshnag entering that got a little rough, was a little intense, and then this one felt completely opposite. But I feel like Garrett was still poking a little bit. I feel like the DM was still poking the moral boundaries. I wanted to get your guys' take because, I mean, the first time I knew it wasn't going to go well. So Amrook went off. This
Yep,
time
same with
Amrook
Asher.
stayed away again, and it felt like two ends of the spectrum. What do you think? Because it felt like Keegs, you weren't having it. You were like, "This is taking too long. It's pointless. Kill the motherfucker and let's go."
It it was. I mean, we went there for a reason. We went there to take out the frost giants. There's no point in letting them live. I mean, if we let one live, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Warwick's just missing something, but Warwick doesn't see letting one of them live. We're fighting them. They're taking out a bunch of people in a town. They're destroying everything. They're no good. We know their strategy. I mean, they're clearly fucking with us. No point in letting any of them live.
It's very comical to me to hear you say that because when you first entered the party, uh, we killed Guh in Gredhog, and you were a little peeved about it, if you remember.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So I was only peeved because I wanted to ask a few questions. I didn't want to. I didn't want to torture. I wanted to ask a few questions. That's it. Outside of that, I didn't give a shit if we were going to kill her or not, or gut or him, whatever. I just wanted to ask a few questions. That's solely it.
So I guess for you, it's like a limit. Like, I'm going to ask you this two times. You fuck with me, you're just dead. I'm not worrying about it. I'm not sitting here wasting time. Is that
Yeah.
what I'm? Okay. All right. Makes
Oh,
sense.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, because we can get the information any way we want to, right? I mean, between the utility that D. Shaggins has and what he's up to outside of the party, there's enough information gathering to go around. You know what I mean?
I say we get settled to interrogate next time.
I'm in.
I mean,
Yeah.
nothing's more intimidating than that.
Yeah.
it's
I'm
gonna
all
get toasty, man. It's gonna get real toasty.
I mean,
yes, nuts. Oh, that's gonna be fantastic. Now, yeah, it was just taking too long. That's why I started, D Shaggins and Warwick started walking down. We're like, just kill him. Let's move on with our day. We got other shit to worry about. Totally forgot about the other five Frost Giants. I was gonna get back to Port Last to make sure they were okay. And D Shaggins wanted a beer, an ale, whatever. He wanted to party with the group again, run up a bar tab, whatever.
how'd you feel about it, Rusty? Because you Siddle was kind of over there in the thick of it. I feel like Adrian and I left, so our characters really didn't have anything to do with them. I'm just curious, how did Siddle feel about the interrogation? Or I mean, you can even comment on the moral dilemma of the situation because there towards the end we were still asking a couple questions, and it was like, all right, we got to end the guy's life, but nobody wants to do it. And so I don't know.
Yeah,
Emmerich was ready to just.
I think we probably waited too long to do it. To be totally honest,
Yeah, yeah.
um, because my worry is that we're gonna piss off Harshnag and he's just gonna fucking mince us, right?
I'm not too worried about Harshnag. I've seen him fight.
I want you.
Yeah, but I don't know if
I
we
want you to
could
tell him that.
take him after we have just finished a big fight ourselves.
I want you to tell him that. I want Amarok to stand up to him and be like, "You're a bit of a bitch. I expected more."
I mean, isn't that what I'm kind of doing when I call him Harshy Poo?
I mean, I feel like he needs like a little bit of a nudge. I just want to. Warwick wants to hear it because he
Yeah.
wants to sit back with popcorn as this fight happens. Because real, right, real quick. Oh, that's amazing. I love it. Love it.
We'll see. All right, with that, I think if you're ready, Siddle, it's time for
All right. Back to it.
I love
Got
it.
3 fun ones up tonight. First one going, the broom of flying. Does pretty much exactly what you think, but this is an uncommon, wondrous item.
little Quidditch.
Little Quidditch, yeah. Oh, that'd be a good time. This wooden broom, which weighs 3 pounds, functions like a mundane broom until you stand astride it and speak its command word. It then hovers beneath you and can be ridden in the air. Has a flying speed of 50 feet. It can carry up to 400 pounds, but its flying speed becomes 30 feet while carrying over 200 pounds.
Holy
The broom
shit!
stops hovering when you land. You can send the broom to travel alone to a destination within 1 mile of you if you speak the command word, name the location, and are familiar with that place. We could run a taxi service with this thing, just saying. The broom comes back to you when you speak another command word, provided that the broom is still within 1 mile of you.
I,
All right.
I like that. Yeah. I like that one.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did one of the twins have that broom? Vexalia?
I don't remember. I don't know.
I think it was towards the end of the campaign, but
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't.
so.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, that's an awesome. That would be fun. Who do you think would have it in the party? I mean, I know Griswold going for it
Griswold.
first. Let's pass that.
Griswold.
How much does Griswold weigh? It might be useless to him.
I have no clue how much he weighs. He would still want it, even though it's
You
useless.
still want it, yeah?
Oh, for sure, but
Because maybe he could put Frank on it.
A flying tiger. Oh shoot. I kind of imagine Settle on it. I'm gonna be honest. Either that, or no offense, Ashley, Althea might need it.
oh my god.
Yeah.
I could just do air raids.
Yes. Oh my god, I love it,
Only if you throw up the dark mark.
Absolutely.
dude. I love that.
I'm just imagining dive bombing people. That'd be okay. That would be one that I would love to have if I ever get to play an artificer.
That would be cool.
Oh,
that's-
yeah.
Drop bombs on people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you'd literally make your grenades and then just
Yeah.
toss them out as you
Mhm.
fly by.
That would be badass.
Oh, I like that idea. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind.
Fuck, now I'm interested in an artificer.
All right,
Never-
what's next?
All right, up next is the Ersatz Eye from Xanathar's Guide to Everything. This is a wondrous common item that requires attunement. Continuing on the Harry Potter theme here, this artificial eye replaces a real one that was lost or removed. With Ersatz Eye embedded in your eye socket, can't be removed by anyone other than you, and you can see through the tiny orb as though it were a normal eye. Just an artificial eye.
I was waiting to give you scrying or something.
Ziggy.
Yeah, I was too. I hadn't read through this entirely before whatever, but that would have been really cool if it gives you scrying or something.
Yeah, I could definitely see some people homebrewing a little bit of that, but it's kind of we had a month or so ago the extra limb or the appendage. If you lost
Yes.
an appendage, you could find this.
Yes, exactly.
Bitchin'. I feel like Griswold might rip out his own eye just so he can have it.
Well said, sir. Well
Yeah.
said.
Yeah. I like it.
All right. Last on the docket, the Wand of Conducting. This is from Xanathar's. It is a common item, does not require attunement. This wand has 3 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges and create orchestral music by waving it around. The music can be heard out to a range of 60 feet, and it ends when you stop waving the wand. The wand regains all expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the wand's last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, a sad tuba sound plays as the wand crumbles to dust and is destroyed.
That's awesome. D. Shaggins would have that for sure.
Yeah,
Here,
that'd be a good like. Let's make some money in town and just go do a little busking, right?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. D Shaggins would have it. Warwick might have it, but D Shags for sure.
Yeah,
I think,
I would give you Bard related for sure.
yeah, we'd have a little bit too much fun with that. I like the idea. I definitely want like a rare item though. Since we're talking about items, I want a rare so bad.
I mean, Emerald will give you the Giant Slayer if you really want.
I don't even know if I can hold the giant slayer.
It's
How
not
big is?
that big. I'm a dwarf.
Oh, that's right. You
It,
are.
it's just got magical power to drop them to the ground.
Yeah, no, that's it's. You do. You're strength based. You do way more than I do. I
Yeah, we'll
thought
find your item out there somewhere.
I'd fuck it up pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Um,
wand of teleportation.
all right. So that's those three. Then I do have one more question. So we have a level up coming soon. Anybody got anything coming with the next level that's going to be really cool or anything?
Oh gosh, I haven't really looked yet, to be honest.
All right.
I mean, I think Warwick, seeing how powerful Dimension Door can be with these shags, I think Warwick's getting Dimension Door.
There you go.
You could probably get that without the level up though. Like if you could buy the scroll and
You
put it in your spell
that's a
book.
fourth. That's a fourth level spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you cast fourth level yet?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I would
On
assume
my next level up, I'll be able to.
just pull it
Right.
in without.
Tec- technically, you could scribe it from D. Shaggin's spell book because he has a spell book,
That's
right?
true. He could share it with you, and you just need the time, the ink, that type of stuff, because
Yeah.
you can share spells in between each other. Like you could look at Siddle's spell book, he can look at yours, and you guys could add on.
So
Yeah.
D Shags is a straight bard.
Yeah, I thought they don't have a spell book. I thought they did.
I don't know.
I guess they don't. I guess they don't. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That's
Nonetheless, I think we could find you something if you really need. But if you're getting it anyway, cool.
Oh
I
shit, I get a 5th level spell slot next level.
Oh.
so I could technically scribe that though, right?
I don't think if can you cast because
Well,
your wizarding level is lower than
yeah.
his.
But
Right.
oh, that's right. It's wizard level,
Yeah.
not just overall level. Never mind.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And any good ones on there for 5th level? What do you see? What pops out?
Oh, I'm pulling up a list now.
Now I gotta look too.
All right. I while you
Level.
guys look.
I think there's a polymorph in there somewhere.
Ooh, yeah, I think that is 5th level.
Here's
I'll
one
go-
D. Shaggins be interested in: Dominate Person.
Mm-hmm.
I already dominate people.
Conjure Elemental.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scrying.
Scrying could be good.
Chain
Scrying could help
lightning.
us quite
That's
a
6th
bit.
level.
What is scrying? What does that do?
It's
So think of League of Legends when you get that blue trinket. That's a scrying trinket, and you're able to position on the map and just get a brief glimpse of what's there.
Got it. Okay.
Now
Okay.
there's a save involved, and you have to have a focus on who or what or where you're trying to scry on, and that type of stuff. But it's similar theory.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm looking. Cloud Kill comes up too.
Cloud is good. Yeah.
Cloud Kill's what's got used on us in the Saunas fight.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure, anyway. What about you, Adrian? You taking level in monk or in?
I'm gonna take my last level in monk, so I get 3rd level monk. So I get my what's it called? Monastery or whatever.
Monastic Tradition.
And, yes, that's it. And mine is it's kind of what's the word? Not house brew, but it's outside the books a little bit, so it should be kind of cool.
A little bit of homebrew.
Well, not really homebrew, but It
Like
was
Unearthed Arcana?
yeah, something like that. It was
Oh, okay.
one of the other books that the guy that actually wrote Eberron actually wrote. So and yeah, so should be neat. Should be cool.
Cool.
Oh,
A little. It's called Where Touched because it's supposed to be for like shape changers, shifters. Um, but I'm going to kind to bring it into the druid aspect of since they are shape changers.
Right.
Kind of
That's
cool.
Oh shit!
that's a pretty cool twist
Yeah,
on it. I like that. Yeah.
yeah,
So you're just kind of, amalgamating. I like it.
yeah,
Do you
Here's a
also get Stunning Strike?
yeah. Stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yep.
Oh, I can't wait for Stunning Strike.
Yeah.
What are you
I
saying,
think it's a
Rusty?
third.
Oh, I say here's another cool one. Not a damage dealing spell, but legend lore. Name a
no,
person,
that's
place,
so
or object. Spell brings to your mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you name.
That's a spell?
That's a spell. It is
Yeah.
expensive because there is incense worth at least 250 gold pieces that are consumed,
Hmm.
but that could
It's
be damn
it's
useful.
kind of like identify at the at the next level. Like it tells you like the whole backstory of the weapon and or item, and it's
Oh,
awesome.
nice. That's kind of cool.
Hmm.
That could come in useful for something that was brought up recently.
what was brought up recently.
Maybe a curse of some sort.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
interesting. Oh, well, that's cool. Interesting. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even know about it, but yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Uh-huh,
Planar
uh-huh.
binding. Oh, dude, I'm looking at these 5th level bard spells. Holy shit! There's some good stuff here, folks. There's
All
some.
right.
Oh, hold monster. What is this? Woo!
It's like Hold Person, but for monster.
Yeah,
But with like
yeah. For anything.
monsters are big, big.
It's so
Ooh,
so
air
if they fall in the water, you can do Hold Monster on them and they drowned.
Yep,
that is
That's what
fantastic.
Eric wanted to do to
that's
us,
all I wanted to do.
Dude,
which
these,
I don't.
which is amazing and evil at the same time.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I would have done the same to any of us.
for sure. All right, with that, I think it's time for Stats Check. All right, looking at this past episode, and then we'll look at some overall because some crazy stats. I want to throw it out there first. First thing that caught my mind or caught my eye was Siddle's damage. I feel like spent a lot of time moving Siddle, but you still do so much freaking damage. Like I don't even know where your damage comes from at this point. Because
I
even when we
had
did
some
Siddle by
really
committee,
good fireball rolls.
Hmm.
yeah. All
29,
right.
29 points of damage on a couple times there. Yeah,
yeah.
30 something I think on the one.
Yeah, I had some really good fireball rolls.
I mean, but
And
I
then
hit I
and
hit
then
4 nat 20s and I didn't do that much more damage than him. So for me, I'm like even when we did Siddle by committee, like I felt like he was out for like 2 or 3 rounds and he still did this much damage. It's just absurd to
plus,
me.
plus the wall of fire that encompassed the lizard,
yeah,
Oh
the
yeah, I
wildfire
forgot about
was.
that one. That was pretty
and
big.
I think at least the lizard is weak to fire,
Yep. So
Yeah.
you did
so
double
double the damage there.
Yeah, if we look at just the frost salamander alone, that was 116 points damage. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was why I took the um, sorcery initiator whatever feat, was so that I could change up my damage types, because after our first frost giant fight I was like, oh fuck yeah, I can womp on these things with fire, but I can't do anything to fire giants. So if I can convert
Yeah.
that to ice, ice type damage, whatever.
Yeah, same thing for dragons and stuff if we start
Yeah,
to encounter them. So that was pretty cool. That's the first thing caught my eye. There. So I'm confused though on the. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay, I have to look at it later. I was looking at here, thinking, okay, so I took out 2, Siddle took out 2, and I'm not sure. Oh, that was Frank. But there were 5 frost giants and a lizard.
Don't forget, we didn't really kill the. I was actually going to give um, Warwick the kill for the last one.
I agree, because of the
Yeah,
suggestion, right?
yeah. I was going to give it to him. I didn't mark it, but I think I'm going to check that one in the box.
Okay. Huh. All right.
More likes that idea.
I mean, you
More
are
in the
the
team.
only one that has a kill with Mage Hand. Might as well be the only one to get a kill with Suggestion, right?
Hmm.
I'm in for
Which
it.
technically, according to the spell, is impossible, but I would give it to you.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. That's awesome. A kill with Mage Hand. That was one
I,
of the better
I
ones.
just I just want to say that Frank did more damage than Adrian did this.
If we look at the healing, though, I bet you're up there. We'll get to it in a
You know
minute.
you know what though. When you look at the healing, and this was I was kicking myself because I wanted to cast Healing Spirit when the battle broke, when the Windkeeper quote unquote went away,
Hmm.
and to get everybody back up to full. I knew he was still around somewhere. I knew he was still around, and I knew that this battle wasn't over. And I was like, nah, I'll hold on to it. I'll hold on to it. But a lot of the healing was after the fact.
I mean, you still count the post battle healing
Yeah,
into your healing stats, though, right?
yeah. I have
Yeah.
been, but so you got to kind of take it a little bit with a grain of salt.
I think it I don't know. I think it prepares. Like, I assume you also counted me rolling the hit point die or hit die, right?
I,
So
I did not. I did not.
okay, all right.
I probably should though.
I don't know. I don't know if you count that as ability. I feel like if you count more dies, then yes, but
Yeah.
I'm good with either way.
It's crazy though because after we got out of initiative, I asked Garrett something about do we notice magical anything magical in because D Shaggins had one spell slot left and he was going to cast Dispel Magic.
It's so funny because
Yeah,
normally after a battle, I ritualistically cast Detect Magic,
right.
and for some reason I didn't do it this time.
I see. I even thought about it. Right, I'm like, all right, we should cast this just to see. I got so caught up with the interrogation of that frost giant
Hmm.
that I thought about it, and as soon as I thought about it, it left my mind, and I was just focusing on the interrogation. I'm like, can we just get this over with? Like, just fucking kill the guy.
Yeah.
So I mean, but it even rang in my head. I'm like, hold on, detect magic. And that's why I even asked, the DM, do we see, notice anything magical? No, nothing. Okay, all right, fuck it. Let's just focus on, the interrogation and torture of this guy. And that was
And
it.
and I think that distracted all of us.
Yes, I
Yeah.
I
Like
would 100% say it did.
I think it was well
like I
planned
was
by
like
the
I said I
DM
did.
to distract us.
Yeah, exactly.
Give Griswold something shiny.
Yep.
We're all fucked.
Yep.
You're not wrong, but nonetheless, I think story-wise, and I may have said this before, it worked out so perfectly for like just telling the story because I felt like Amrook was doing all this damage. All of a sudden, this guy appears behind him and just knocks him the f out. You know what I mean? Like it was perfect
Hmm.
story, and then you guys had to play this panic catch-up of we got to get there.
Hey, the bards
Yeah.
were going to we were getting to you. That's how we're like, fuck it. We die. Well, at least slow them down for the team.
And then you got to use your Nat 20 portent. Like for me, that was perfect story.
Yeah.
It worked. That's all
Yeah.
it did.
Uh,
What? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. Never mind. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. If you got it, go for it.
I was just thinking, like you were so close to even rolling a nat 20, and I was like, no, it's a nat, and Garrett's like, no, it's a 22. He didn't even realize, like, no, he crits on this. How much damage did you do off that crit? It was like 40 something damage from that crit. It was like 40 or 50. It was a
44,
No,
44 on that one.
yeah.
Yeah,
massive amount of damage. Well worth it.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
And I was kicking myself. Those last 2 hits that I had, I probably could have taken them out if I had thrown in my superiority die. I wasn't
Yeah.
thinking about it because Giant Slayer already makes them make a trip attack, so it's kind of doesn't always cross my mind.
Oh, and not to be a stickler, 46 points of damage on that.
Oh,
board.
nice.
Just like Gaunt Tolgrim with a T.
I told you I was not trying to be an ass. That I just I had to help you out. I'm sorry.
Dude, I appreciate you more. It's fine.
No, you
I'm just
don't. You know I'm an
But
asshole.
however, as much damage as Imruk did do this time,
I know. I'm looking at
you
it
did
right
go
now.
you did go down 3 times,
Hmm.
how much
and
damage?
you were
How much damage?
How much damage did I take, or how much damage did I do? What are you
Oh,
asking?
oh.
Both. So attacking, as we were just on. So Siddle did 268, Amrook did 308, which I feel like for the amount per attack is a little skewed because I feel like Siddle attacks a lot less and does a higher damage point, whereas my average damage is lower, but I have to attack more. Uh,
Okay.
and then being attacked, nobody's even close. 272 points of damage taken by Amrook. So that means all of that mitigated through healing of some sort, whether that's hit dice, definitely with Adrin's healing spirits, and a couple pot shots of healing word, I believe.
mhm.
That is fan. Holy
Almost
cow!
300 points of damage. I always also like to look at total damage. 628 total damage is what the party did to all enemies, and damage taken was 802. So even with all of the fog clouds and everything else, we still took 200 more points of damage as a party.
That is awesome. And we fucked them up. Like, that's awesome. That makes me happy.
If we look at healing, Adrian did 175 points of healing. Uh, Griswold did his mandatory 35. I don't know how I have 27 if you didn't count hit dice.
Um, you took a potion, I think, right? No.
I didn't have a
Oh,
potion.
second
Second
wind.
wind. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
27. I don't remember you taking.
Yeah, no, because second wind should
I
only
gotta look.
give
I'll
me
have to
like
look.
10.
10. Yeah, I'll have to look and see.
Anyway, Althea, hers was a potion. So
Yeah, hers
healing, you did almost that additional 200 points of damage that they did to us. You basically mitigated.
a little bit.
I mean,
If
when
only
you
we had
think about
somebody who could give us temporary hit points, like another campaign. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
it. Or if we had a Iron Forge or Warforged barbarian that never goes down.
Hey, what can I say? He's a badass character. I don't know. Maybe he'll make an appearance, and join the Phandalin 5. I don't know. Show Griswold how it's done. I'm just kidding. Fuck that.
I mean,
It would
I
be a
would
lot.
like to see Cleek go up against some giants or some 5 frost giants. I don't know because like we had 3 fireballs that one battle with 2 frost giants. I would like to see Cleek in this party just to see what would happen. You know what I mean?
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
God, Cleek is such a fun character to play too.
That would be so OP. Cleek and Amrook fucking frontlining, killing people.
Oh, it'd be so fun though, right?
That'd be awesome. I mean, can you imagine it? Cleek, Amrook, Griswold, D. Shaggins, Warwick in the back, Harsnag on the side, Adrian doing a shitload of healing, fucking Siddle, Reed, Althea shooting. Oh my god. Too OP. We can take on the final boss now. Like, too much. And then Mordai just like popping in and out. And then running. Oh my, no. Too OP. I kind of like the idea of it though, not gonna lie. Can we make this happen?
We'll see.
No?
Maybe we just skip it and we go for a battle royale. Phandalin 5 versus Mordai's Misfits.
I think that'd be a ton of fun.
Yeah, okay, so I've thought about that. I kind of want to do like a little for fun battle royale within the group.
So we've talked about it a couple different ways, and it is coming. However, we're trying to work out the semantics of who gets which characters because we have basically 3 campaigns we could bring in from.
Me and Garrett have been talked about this, so
Yeah.
We'll
I,
just leave
I
it at that.
definitely, I cannot wait. I also kind of want to do it as an in-person just to see people's
Yeah,
faces. Because if you remember,
yeah,
like
I want to do that
the
person.
first time we played, and we try and take out that bugbear. I remember looking around Evan's basement and seeing all of our faces and how exciting it was. I feel like that's gonna bring that back because we're gonna be
Hmm.
smacking the shit out of each other.
Yep.
Fantastic. All full spell. Like spells are on the board, right? Like we're all
Yeah.
good.
No, it's no
Oh,
holds
Yep.
bar. No holds bar.
done. So as long as that character is incapacitated, it's an
Yep.
automatic win for the other person, right?
So
Yeah.
it's a battle
There's no
royale.
doubt.
It's last man standing, or we
Oh,
can
Yeah.
or we can do teams based on how they decide.
I was thinking either teams or we do like a ladder system or what is it like a double elimination or something like that. Crown one champion that will. Oh,
I feel like battle royale in which we're all in at once because you don't want to make it like a tournament style. Otherwise, what are the other six of us doing while two are in there? So or three or whatever. So battle royale, I feel would work out better.
they're placing bets is what they're doing to fucking. I'm all for it.
All
Oop.
right, let's look at all encounter stats here. No surprise, the 2K Club. Reed is coming up on that 2K Club, but Griswold, I feel like
you know,
he hasn't had as much damage, but he's still pretty darn close. If he gets a good fight, he could be in the 1K Club.
I think Reed the last couple of encounters has kind of he hasn't had his typical high counts the last couple of battles.
Yeah,
I
let's
got
let's
I
Yeah.
got
look.
wife's about to be home. She just texted me, so I got to bounce. So you
All
guys
right,
have fun. I'm gonna cut this short. I'll see you guys a little later. I go grab the kids.
thanks for being here,
All
and
right.
have a good night.
Paces.
Later, homie.
Later.
Sorry, what were you saying, Eric?
His
Reed?
last couple of Reed's last couple of battles has not been as high as it usually is.
Huh? Hadn't really noticed. I mean, might have been a little preoccupied, but hadn't noticed. I know this past time he got in a couple good shots with sneak attack.
Not too many though. Not too many.
Hmm.
If you go back to the encounter, you can take a look.
Yeah. I was just gonna look at the fighting style trends because it's
Hmm.
per um such a roller coaster of emotions. Oh, I got to slide over. Okay. So that's Siddle. Reed's here. So we're talking about Reed. It's about in the middle. You're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely not. I think we may have the slide chart here. So let's grab the last couple. So let's do this one. Reed's damage, average of 16.75, 67 total. And we look at the next one. That last one, he has some good. And enter Harshnag, he still had 136. Let's keep going back.
Okay.
The ship can't. We're gonna skip. We won't talk about it. 72. That was settled by committee. So that was the. I feel like he did a lot that time because yeah, it was the
Yeah.
Fire
Yeah.
Giants. So he's definitely low there. I don't know. I'm saying he's about
Maybe
average.
not.
This one, even this one looks good, but it was only 59. Uh, his I don't know. I'm
Maybe not.
looking.
Maybe not.
This one's
Okay.
this past one. No. Enter Harshnag. Yeah, Enter Harshnag's probably his best one, and then this last one is right there average. See, but that's what I mean.
It
That's the
seems
way I feel about Siddle sometimes. Is like in the fight, I'm like, okay, I feel like he should be pumping damage, and then we get to the stats, and I'm like, oh, he was pumping damage. Something it's not
Yeah,
clicking
it
for
seemed
me.
like when I was putting it in, I'm like, oh man, Reed didn't do as much damage as he normally does. But
I get the same feeling with myself where it's like, oh man, I'm not doing shit this fight.
And then you look at the stats, and you're like, oh man, I was yeah number one, number
Yeah.
two. Um, I wonder if that's like a character feeling because as a ranged champion, you're not in the battle, but you're in the battle. You
mm,
know what I mean? If that makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah,
Because I
Yeah.
don't get that at all. Like, I jump in and I genuinely fear for Amrook's life at the same time that I am swinging as hard as I can. Um,
Mm,
so I don't feel that way most fights. The Nasana fight maybe a little bit, but so I wonder if that's something with being ranged.
yeah.
That very well could be. Because mine too. Like I, I only really get one attack per turn, right? And
Yeah.
so it's like, all right, if I do a ranged attack and I miss, it's like, well, fuck, okay.
True,
Yeah.
true.
Well, that
And
was a
then
waste.
and how do you feel when you play Cleek? Like, because pretty much Cleek is Amrook, in a lot of ways. Although he has a little higher dodge rate.
Yeah, it's basically just like, all right, because I think my base number of attacks is like 4, right? 3? I don't know. I get to hit a
Uh,
shitload, and so
yeah. 2 and then offhand.
So
yeah, there we go.
do you feel like your damage output with Cleek is like as you're doing it, you feel like, oh, I did a bunch of damage. I'm good this round. Compared to when you
Oh
play
yeah,
Siddle, you feel the opposite.
yeah, exactly. Like I feel like I'm freaking laying it out when I'm playing Cleek because I get all those attacks. I have a ton of movement, so I can go basically get the flank almost every time.
I bet if you
And
did side by side comparison, they would be pretty similar charts though.
yeah,
That's pretty crazy to think about.
So here's a fun stat. Carl, if you go to Reed's individual page, have the pages for
Hmm.
each individual person.
Yeah.
His sneak attack damage.
Oh, down
Six, six,
666. Yeah, that's perfect for Reed.
Yeah.
If we cannot tell him this, otherwise he will never use sneak attack again.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I did want to bounce back. Siddle coming in here the most kills at 32. Can't remember. Did he have the most or was he fighting? No, I think he did have the most. Amrook came up. I know that much because I think it was him and Reed were fighting for first.
I do a
So
lot of mop up too.
I mean, character-wise, I think that's pretty custom. That's pretty customary. Uh,
Hmm.
just because your average damage is probably a little higher than some others, so the mop up just makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did want to go to healing real quick just to see this right here. Healing Spirit doing 62 points of damage. I feel like you had more than that. I feel like Amrook rolled 40.
You're on Enter Harshnag.
All right, that makes more sense. All right, 157. That makes me feel a lot better. I was curious the breakdown between Healing Word, Cure Wounds, and this. And their second
Well,
wind at 10,
23,
so I don't know where
10.
that other thing came from.
Yeah, I have to look. I'll have to look. I'll find
Maybe you
it.
double counted Grizz's. No, because he gave me 35, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I don't know where that came from. I have to look at it.
yeah. I'll have to look and see. Anyway,
Anyway, anything else in particular you guys want to look at? I know we talk about buffs, Bardic Inspiration, Portent rolls coming into play. The Levitate was last time. Let me switch
you're on Enter
here.
Harshnag again.
Yep, I'm getting there. Portent's Bardic Inspiration coming into play. Slow coming into play this time. I think
Yeah,
Slow hit at least once, maybe twice
yeah,
according to this. And
yeah.
then the flanking attack. I'm really glad you got that in there because we're not as good at it as Cleek and Nine. However, it's a fun stat to keep track of with that flanking.
You know what? I think historically we have been um better at flanking, but these last couple battles because of
I think the
the
battle maps is
terrain,
so big.
the battle map, and just fighting giants. You know, Grizz is playing catch up the whole game. He can never get into right position. He's always
Yeah.
trying to catch up. And I learned something from the last encounter to not get into put myself into harm's way as much. So that's why I went a little bit more on the defensive.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I couldn't ask for a better fight. I think this fight was the team clicking the most
Hmm.
since Grudhog. You know, we had the
Mhm.
spiders after Grudhog, and then I think the one after that, or somewhere around there, we had a fight in which we clicked, and then after that, we kind of struggled. We got a level up or something, and
Hmm.
this fight we've clicked again. I'm hoping that we can continue that because it was for me amazing. It was an awesome fight.
Yeah. Ooh, sorry.
Now
All
that
right.
was only Groundhog round 2 because I remember round 1 being pretty painful.
Even yeah, round two was even other than suggestion. Okay, I'll give you. It felt pretty good because that we had the hypnotic pattern that was big in Grudhog from a character who shall not be named anymore, um, and something else that really like helped stifle that fight. But anyway, so we'll go ahead and end here. Thanks everybody for watching, and I think we'll see you Sunday, and we'll see where we go in Chaos Chamber.
Yeah.
I won't be here.
Settle by committee again.
Yes.
I will be coming. I will be coming back from Origins that day, so that should be fun.
Oh,
I'll
Oh.
be
nice.
fresh off a weekend of game playing, role playing, so I will be all pumped up.
All right, nice. You'll have some other tools in the tool belt to throw at us by surprise. I
Maybe.
like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you Sunday.